Right now on Good Morning Indiana.
Makes me feel angry, and I believe it makes God angry that people take advantage of situations like this.
Hoosiers love helping people, and getting aid to those in Ukraine is no different. This morning, the information you need to know before reaching for your pocketbook.
We don't know if this is the right tool for Indianapolis, but it's something that members of our community have asked for.
Helping reduce violence in Indianapolis. The tool, one step closer to becoming reality in the Circle City.
Plus, you're feeling the impacts of inflation every time you go to buy something. The president's plan on easing the pain in your pocketbook and how those across the aisle are reacting.
Welcome to Good Morning Indiana on this Wednesday. So many reasons to celebrate. I'm Rafael Sanchez with Lauren Casey, Megan Shin, and team. Join me in applause because today, our Todd Clausen delivering some major warm temperatures and his 12th year at WRTV. Let's party.
Go, Todd. So, yeah, you know, it's 66 degrees yesterday. You know, it was a good celebration. I did find myself on the patio at Sun King yesterday afternoon to celebrate. So,
you didn't invite us. We drink too.
It was a last-minute ordeal. I'll get you next time.
Okay.
I'll get you next time. And if you couldn't enjoy the nice weather yesterday, you're going to be able to enjoy it today. That is the good news as well, as we're going to be right back up into the 60s. This morning, the skies are mainly clear. It's a little bit cooler this morning than it was yesterday because we have the clear skies. We're below freezing now in Monticello as well as Kokomo. 36 is the current temperature in Indianapolis in this metro area here. You notice temperatures are hovering from 33 in Fishers to 34 right now in Greenwood. But even though it's a little bit cooler right now than it was 24 hours ago, with the clearer skies, we'll be able to warm a lot quicker as well once the sun comes up. Just a few fair weather clouds drifting through, and that's all you really have to worry about this morning. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies this morning, turning partly cloudy later on this afternoon, with even less of a wind today than we saw yesterday. And here are those temperatures going back up into the mid-60s throughout the afternoon hours. Changes do arrive tomorrow, so take advantage of today. More on the changes, Lauren, in just a couple minutes.
All right, Todd. Well, I want to keep you updated on a newer project up here on the northeast side of town. This is a live look at I-465 and East 71st Street, where this morning everything's traveling up to speed. There's a new Clear Path Northeast project at I-465 and I-69 that crews are going to be working on parts of starting this spring. So first thing I want to tell you about is 71st Street. You're looking at 71st Street at the interstate here. They're going to be closing 71st Street on Tuesday, March 15th. That closure is expected to last until early parts of the summer. So as you're heading through that area, you can use Shadeland Avenue, 75th Street, and Binford Boulevard to detour around to 71st Street. Of course, they'll continue to keep you updated on that project, but it's all part of this kind of big project here in that area. So we'll continue to update you as we get more information, Megan.
All right, Lauren. Well, a home on the city's southwest side is considered a total loss following an overnight fire. You can see the damage here. Firefighters say they were called to a home on Emmer Drive around 1:30 this morning. That's just off of Thompson and High School roads. Crews say the home was engulfed in flames when they arrived at the scene. Firefighters say 2 people were inside of the home when it caught on fire. They made it out safely, but the flames also damaged a neighboring house. There's no word yet on what started this fire.
The time is 6:03, a critical moment for President Joe Biden as his approval ratings here at home, they sink. The president giving his first State of the Union address in front of his largest audience of lawmakers. The president trying to strike a tone of hope and unity while also addressing the reality in the country. On Tuesday night, the commander-in-chief walked a fine line between touting his domestic wins and acknowledging the pain of the American people. The reality? Inflation is at a 40-year high, and these higher prices are eating into American pocketbooks really fast.
One way to fight inflation is to drive down wages and make Americans poorer. I think I have a better idea to fight inflation. Lower your costs, not your wages. Folks, that means make more cars and semiconductors in America, more infrastructure and innovation in America, more goods moving faster and cheaper in America, more jobs where you can earn a good living in America. Instead of relying on foreign supply chains, let's make it in America.
Immediately following those remarks by the president, Iowa's Governor Kim Reynolds delivered the Republican response.
It feels like President Biden and his party have sent us back in time to the late 70s and early 80s, when runaway inflation was hammering families, a violent crime wave was crashing our cities, and the Soviet Army was trying to redraw the world map.
That was the National Republican response, and this morning, Indiana's congressional delegation is responding as well. Democrat Andre Carson of Indianapolis says that the president made it very clear, don't bet against the American people, in his own words. He laid out a plan to build a better America from the bottom up, create an economy that rewards work, not wealth, and strengthens America's role in protecting democracy around the world. On the other side of the aisle, Republican Dr. Larry Bucshon of Indiana says the president's speech was largely just a rehash of the liberal policy wish list for far-left Democrats. Democrats in Washington need to step up to the plate and put aside their partisan agenda to work together with Republicans in Washington.
At 6:06, we're turning to the latest now on the coronavirus pandemic and its impact on our state. This morning, state health officials report more than 500 new COVID cases. Officials also report 37 more Hoosiers have now died with the virus. It's important to note some of those deaths date back all the way to August of last year. This morning, the state's positivity rate sits at 6%. We'll get a better look at how the virus impacts local communities when that county metrics map is updated later this afternoon. At the State House, the Senate passing a bill possibly putting an end to the state's COVID-19 public health emergency, Megan.
That's right. House Bill 1001 includes some of the measures Governor Eric Holcomb asked lawmakers to approve in order to end the emergency order. And those measures include legal changes that would let the state continue to receive enhanced federal funding for Medicaid and a standing order from health commissioners to doctors to administer vaccines to kids between 5 and 11 years old. Now, the bill includes a provision putting an end to Indiana's participation in federal funding for food assistance on April 16th. That's when the current emergency health order expires. And the president and CEO of Gleaners Food Bank says Indiana needs to take advantage of enhanced funding for as long as it's available. He says right now about 10% of Hoosiers are relying on emergency SNAP resources.
Food banks and food pantries across this state will take on the burden as they shift from going shopping at SNAP retailers to standing in charitable food lines. There is it's historically, that is always the pattern. We will take the brunt of the pressure as we're struggling to get enough resources.
Gleaners and other organizations that address hunger are urging lawmakers to revise that food assistance provision. The House and Senate still need to agree on one version of the bill that would go to the governor's desk.
The time now is 6:08, and this morning, two sisters are facing criminal charges in connection to a homicide that's happening on the city's northwest side. 25-year-old Sequoia Williams was shot early Friday morning. This happened in a parking lot of a nightclub on Century Plaza Road. Officials say she died shortly after arriving at a local hospital. Now investigators say a 23-year-old woman faces murder in this case, and her 27-year-old sister is also charged with assisting a criminal. It is our policy here at WRTV not to disclose the names of those until criminal charges are filed by the prosecutor's office. That has not happened in this case just yet. The news of the sisters' arrest, Lauren, comes as the number of homicides in the Circle City, we're told, is decreasing.
So those numbers released by Metro Police on Tuesday show 32 intentional homicides so far this year. Now, by this time last year, we already reported on 43 intentional homicides. The number of non-fatal shootings is also down in the Circle City this year. So far, Metro Police have responded to 32 fewer non-fatal shootings compared to the same time last year. Now, Indianapolis is a step closer to installing some technology aimed at helping law enforcement locate suspects and victims of gun violence. Vendors of gunshot detection systems had through Tuesday to reach out to Metro Police about setting up a pilot program. It's part of the city's investment in new technology to fight crime. Gunshot detection systems are already used by other cities. When a shot is fired, officers are notified within seconds with a precise location.
We don't know if this is the right tool for Indianapolis, but it's something that members of our community have asked for, and we want to give it an opportunity to see if it's something that works for us.
So the pilot program will operate in a 5-mile portion of the east side that historically sees high rates of homicides, non-fatal shootings, and robberies. IMPD officials tell us violent crime rates are lower than they were at this time last year.
This morning, recovery advocates are issuing a warning after an uptick in the number of overdoses over the weekend. Officials for the Indiana Addiction Coalition say 50 overdoses were reported in Marion County last week between Thursday and Saturday. The organization says from Friday through Sunday, Indianapolis EMS responded to 68 overdose calls. The Addiction Coalition says it's not just heavy drug users overdosing anymore. Some recreational users are overdosing because more common drugs are being laced with fentanyl.
Got college kids, that might be trying to take, a pill so that they can stay up and study all night. That's not somebody in the past that was at risk of overdose. And now all these types of recreational users are at risk.
In the first 2 months of 2021, the Marion County Coroner's Office saw 126 overdose deaths. The Addiction Coalition says it's important to not use drugs alone, even if you are a recreational user. They also recommended keeping naloxone and first aid kits in the event you witness a drug overdose emergency.
Covering education on this Wednesday, applications are open for a voucher program giving young Hoosiers access to free preschool. On My Way Pre-K is open to children who will be 4 years old by August the 1st and plan to start kindergarten during the 2023-24 school year. The program is for low-income families and a limited number of grants are available. We have the full list of requirements and a link on how to apply right now on the WRTV mobile app.
The coronavirus pandemic continues to impact Hoosiers every day, especially with those with disabilities. So coming up, I sit down with one woman to talk about the pandemic's impact on her and the message she wants you to hear.
And Lauren, temperatures yesterday were in the mid-60s in central Indiana. We're doing it all over again today. Tomorrow's briefly cooler, but overall this first week of March, very favorable temperature-wise. We'll talk about the temperature trend and also about a pretty big storm system heading our way for the weekend coming up when Good Morning Indiana continues right here on WRTV.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. The time now 6:14 on this Wednesday. These are your top stories right now. President Biden's Supreme Court nominee will meet today with several top senators. The White House says that Ketanji Brown Jackson will also hold one-on-one meetings with any senator who requests one. Democratic leaders hope to hold a confirmation vote by the middle of April. A jury will hear opening statements today in the first trial of a person charged in last year's January 6 riots. Guy Reffitt faces several charges from that day. And payroll company ADP will release its February employment report this morning. It represents 26 million workers working for private companies. Last month's report showed a surprising drop of 301,000 jobs from December through January, when the Omicron variant was just starting its surge across the country.
Well, the United Nations says nearly 600,000 Ukrainian refugees have fled their country. An additional 12 million people still in Ukraine will likely need help in the coming months. But the Better Business Bureau says you need to be careful when donating. BBB says to give to larger groups already on the ground helping. They suggest you use a credit card and give to an organization, letting you know where your donation is going. The BBB says is an organization promising 100% of donations going to aid is likely too good to be true. They say even charities have fundraising and administrative costs.
They might need some kind of humanitarian aid very soon because they're running out of supplies and food and medicine and diapers. So all just daily things for daily needs.
Well, you can find more tips for donating to the Ukrainian people in this story on the WRTV mobile app.
And new this morning, another turkey farm in Indiana is feeling the impacts of bird flu. State officials say the presumptive positive test from a commercial farm in DuBois County, and the test is now being analyzed by a USDA lab in Iowa. This latest farm is the 6th in our state to be impacted by avian flu. 3 other cases have already been confirmed in DuBois County. 2 additional cases are confirmed in Greene County. More than 16,000 birds are the latest farms in DuBois County that are affected affected, and officials say that they've already started the process to prevent the disease from spreading even more. At 6:16 on our Wednesday morning, Todd, how are things looking outside?
You know, all it's quiet this morning as you walk out the door. That's always good news weather-wise as you start your morning commute. It's a little cool this morning as temperatures are sitting in the 30s, and it's a couple degrees colder than it was yesterday morning, but it's going to turn into another wonderful day for us all across the area. 36 is your current temperature. Feels like 30, though, when you factor in this wind that's out of the northeast at 7 miles per hour. And a couple of you in northern locations are at or below freezing. We're at 31 in Kokomo, 32 in Frankfort. Lafayette, though, you're at 34 degrees. Bloomington, a degree above freezing at 33, and then right at the freezing mark in Richmond. You definitely need to have the jacket as you get going this morning. But the good news is there's just a few fair weather clouds that are out there, and they're drifting off to the east very quickly. So today, unlike yesterday, we get into the sunshine right away, and that means our temperatures will start to moderate pretty quickly across the area as we get going. Now, there's a little bit of rain and snow back off to our west, and that's part of a cold front that will actually make its way into our area, but it's not going to arrive until after sunset tonight. So we get a whole nother day, at least during the daylight hours, of some nice mild air that'll be in place. We're at 40 degrees by 9 a.m. Should be into the mid-50s already by the noon hour, and then high temperatures this afternoon will be topping off in the mid-60s. Yesterday we got to 66 degrees, and that's even with the clouds that were around. So today I tacked on another degree to bring our high temperature up to 67. Either way, just get outside, take advantage once again of this nice bonus day at the beginning of March with these temperatures that'll be running almost 20 degrees above normal for this time of year. I mentioned that front coming through. It comes through later on this evening with just a tiny bit of moisture. So once we get past sunset into the 9-10 o'clock time frame, don't be shocked if you see a quick passing shower come through, especially in northern locations. It would be very, very light. And again, at this point, most of you will probably be indoors at that point. So I don't think it impacts a whole lot of people here. And then as we go into the overnight hours, we'll start to clear out. But temperatures will cool off into the 50s and eventually the 40s this evening. Don't be fooled if you're out during the daylight hours and temperatures are in the mid-60s. You probably don't need a jacket, but as soon as that sun sets, you likely will across the area. Now, tomorrow's much, much colder. Highs will struggle to get back to 40 degrees with skies that'll be partly to mostly cloudy. But the good news is it's just a one-day deal because this warm front lifts back to the north. Friday, we get back into the 50s, and then we're looking at temperatures that are going to be in the 70s on Saturday. The first half of the day will be dry, but it'll be windy, and then this cold front will come through Saturday evening into Sunday morning, and that will bring the chance of some showers and thunderstorms to the area. And we'll have to keep an eye on the potential for maybe a little bit of severe weather, but the bigger issue, as you saw there quickly, is going to be the rainfall totals across the areas. We could see another inch of rain across parts of the area, but there will be warm temperatures. There's no doubt about it for the weekend, and more seasonable weather returns as we work our way into Monday and Tuesday.
Isolation and anxiety and depression. And so as soon as we started not hearing from people that we usually heard from, we started reaching out to those people to just see how are you doing and checking in on them, see what they needed.
So on Tuesday, we checked in with ARC of Indiana, a statewide organization that advocates for Hoosiers with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We looked back on the vaccine rollout and any challenges facing that community still today from the pandemic. While I was there, I spoke with a woman who has a disability and is also an advocate for that community. She shares her story and how the challenges she faced push her to continue to work and advocate for Hoosiers in need.
We were on total lockdown.
The early quiet days of the pandemic still haunt Melody Cooper.
That was the beginning. The worst year of my life.
Cooper lives in assisted living on the east side. Her husband was at a neighboring facility when COVID gripped the Hoosier state and they were forced to hunker down. And then she got the news.
The husband and the roommate tested positive for COVID.
Her husband, Joe, eventually wound up at Community East. Positive for COVID, not responding well to treatment at a time when visitation was extremely limited.
I said, yeah, I want to say goodbye to him, but I don't want to say goodbye to him what happened.
But finally, she was allowed to see him one last time.
And I went into the room, and my husband was just laying there like, it was like something I had never seen. I wanted to pull off my shoes and just crawl up in the bed beside him and hold him, but I was scared to death. He never did open up his eyes, but every once in a while he would give me that, he would duck that arm.
Her last memory of her husband. But through the isolation, grief, and fear, Cooper kept fighting.
I made sure a promise that I would keep on going.
For herself and for others with disabilities as an advocate for ARC of Indiana, where she continues to work today.
I keep on going. I love what I do.
So Melody's message to others who see this story and who have felt isolated these past 2 years is don't give up. She says you're not alone. For more on Melody's story and our coverage of the vaccine rollout for Hoosiers with disabilities, click on this story. It's at WRTV.com.
I'm John Mattery. Stores want you to buy now and pay later. It sounds great, but is there a downside? That story coming up.
But first, it's been 5 years since Boone County Deputy Sheriff Jacob Pickett was shot in the line of duty. Right now on the WRTV app, you can learn more about an event happening this weekend to remember the fallen deputy. You're watching WRTV.
It is 6:25. Welcome back. Here's a live look at I-70 and Holt Road. A view over here on the west side where traffic's picking up both eastbound and westbound this morning. We'll keep you updated on any problems for your commute, but right now no issues on the roads and no issues in the weather department, Todd. Pretty nice out there today.
Yeah, you know, that is the good news. We started the month of March off yesterday with sunshine and temperatures that were in the mid-60s. A lot of people were able to get out and about, and we're carrying it over here into March the 2nd. It's a little cool this morning. You'll need to grab the jacket as temperatures are in the 30s. In fact, some of you are actually at or below freezing in northern locations. 33 in Bloomington, 36 is the current temperature in Indianapolis, but with lots of sunshine once again today. Our temperatures will moderate very, very quickly, right around 60 degrees for high temperatures in northern locations. Big difference though as you work your way down to the south, as highs from Indianapolis to Bloomington, Columbus, Seymour, and Bedford will be approaching 65 to 70 degrees. So I would imagine Brown County State Park, Spring Mill State Park, Cormac's Creek down there in southern locations would be a very popular place later on today. But even if it's your local park, Megan, or just your local neighborhood, get outside and enjoy the nice weather.
I am ready for it, Todd. So you probably heard the term buy now, pay later. But what does it actually mean? And is it a good option for buying things you can't afford up front? Working for you, John Matteries looks into the pros and cons so you don't waste your money.
Can't afford those styling shoes or trendy new jacket, but you really want it? Many shoppers these days are turning to Buy Now, Pay Later, an installment program thousands of retailers now offer. It's very popular with college students, like David Germano, who says it lets you shop when your bank account is near empty.
It's been very beneficial towards college students because a lot of people are struggling with money, especially with COVID. It has been able to branch out payments so that people can actually afford like necessities such as some food, some textbooks.
Buy Now, Pay Later, or BNPL, divides your purchase into 4 or 6 payments. The first payment is due at checkout, the rest monthly, like a car loan but without interest. Anu Faison really likes the idea.
I feel like that would be really helpful. That we should have the option to choose whether we should pay a full down payment or do month to month.
Now, one nice thing about Buy Now, Pay Later, just like with a credit card or an ATM, it's not going to impact your credit when you use it, but it can hurt your credit if you fall behind.
If you cannot make the payment, then it goes into default collection agency, then it will be on your credit report.
Neil Peterson is Chief Credit Officer with the General Electric Credit Union. He says if you try it, make sure you can control your spending.
The nice thing about the Buy Now, Pay Later is they make it quick, they make it simple, they make it interest-free, but it's very easy for someone who cannot manage their expenses and cannot control their spending to get them into a situation where now it's just actually causing them more harm in the long run.
A recent Refinery 29 report profiled a 34-year-old woman who overspent, fell into debt, and has now wrecked her credit score. But if you can control your impulses, BNPL just might help you get something you need, and that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matteries.
From Indy streaming news leader, this is Good Morning Indiana, streaming now.
Right now on Good Morning Indiana, on this Wednesday morning, here's a look at your news feed. A home on Indy's southwest side is now considered a total loss following an overnight fire. Firefighters say they were called to a home on Emmert Drive around 1:30 this morning. That's just off of Thompson and High School roads. No injuries were reported, though.
At the State House, the Senate has approved a bill that would better define rape and consent in our state. House Bill 1079 says that rape is when you express a lack of consent either through your words or through your actions. The bill now heads back to the House to see if lawmakers will agree on some amendments made in the Senate.
The Purdue Boilermakers thought they made a comeback in Wisconsin last night. Jaden Ivey tying the game with just 3 seconds, with a three, just 10 seconds left. But a Wisconsin freshman banked a three-pointer just seconds later. Badgers beating the Boilers 70-67.
March Madness here in Indy officially begins later today. This is a live look outside of Gainbridge Fieldhouse where the Big Ten Women's Tournament tips off this afternoon. It's the beginning of a big month of basketball here in Indy that will include the Horizon League Men and Women's Tournament Championship, the Big Ten Men's Tournament next week, and an NCAA Men's Tournament Regional on March 17th and on the 19th. But Todd, before we get to those dates on this Wednesday, I'd say it's a slam dunk in the weather department.
Yeah, you know, so much going on in our great city here over the course of this month, and we need great weather for it, right? And yesterday was in the 60s, today is in the 60s as well, and as we get towards the weekend, we're in the 70s. So what do you need to grab before you go this morning? Well, you need the sunglasses today. You'll need those from start to finish, and you need the light jacket at least this morning. But as we work our way throughout the course of the day today, we'll be able to shed the jacket, I think, for maybe just some long sleeves, and you should be just fine, or maybe some of you will even be a short sleeves later on today. Temperatures right now are sitting in the 30s, and that's why you need the jacket. Some of you are actually below freezing, but with clear skies across most of the area, as soon as the sun comes up, we'll start to moderate the temperatures pretty quickly here across the area. You do notice a little bit of rain and snow across our west. That's a cold front that does arrive after sunset tonight, and that'll start to drop our temperatures heading into the day tomorrow. So we'll just enjoy today. We're in the mid-50s here with mostly sunny skies this afternoon, and then high temperatures eventually top off in the mid to upper 60s. Lauren.
Well, Todd, we're keeping a close eye on your roads for your Wednesday morning commute. It's been pretty quiet out there so far. US 31 at Rangeline Road, a live look up here in Carmel. Good morning to you. Traffic's starting to pick up a little bit there on the highway, but no delays. So a few weeks ago, we reported problems drivers were having out in Hancock County. A road closure taking longer than expected, leading to just a disastrous detour route.
No kidding. Our Kelsey Anderson joins us live in Live Drive this morning with an update on the detour route. Kelsey.
Hey, good morning, Lauren and Megan. So we are on 700 West right now. This is just north of 70 at Mount Comfort Road. And you can see on the Live Drive camera here, we're about to hit some potholes that are just craters at this point. I don't even know if you could call them potholes anymore. This road has severely deteriorated over the last several months since Mount Comfort Road has been closed for construction. And we told you that they were going to come out and patch these holes, and they did. So these holes that we're driving over right now, they've been patched, but with the freezing temps and that winter mix we saw last week, all of that broke, and now there's more potholes throughout the entire road. So things have definitely gotten worse, but I did talk to Gary Poole, the Hancock County Highway Department, and he says that they plan to fully repave this road here in a few weeks, and they're hopeful that the problem will be speeding on this road again instead of these giant potholes. Lauren?
Okay, Kelsey, well, I have the big question of the morning. So if they plan to repave 700 West soon, does that mean Mount Comfort Road's going to reopen?
Yes, so Gary Poole tells me that they are hopeful that it'll open by the end of this week. So he's saying Friday only because he thinks something might happen, and he just wants to not give another date that's too soon. So it could be earlier than Friday, but definitely by that road will be open. He says that last layer of pavement, it just needs to cure this morning, and then they can open that road. So fingers crossed that that's soon, and then 700 West will be paved and everything will be smooth sailing here in Hancock County.
Well, Kelsey, I know you live out that way and you drive that way, and so I'm sure you and other drivers are just looking forward to the day when we can say Mount Comfort is all back open. So we will keep everyone posted on that. Thank you so much.
The time now is 6:33. It's been a bumpy road for some people looking for jobs, and later today we'll get another look at the strength of the economy with a monthly employment report. The ADP employment report, it tracks private sector employment. They represent 26 million workers, and last month's report surprised experts when it showed a drop of 301,000 jobs. That's from December through January, when, as you may recall, the Omicron variant was just starting its fast spread across the country. Today's report will be released before the stock market opens, when we hear that bell sometime before 9:30. A number of Americans have taken career breaks over the past couple of years, as you know, and it could be because of layoffs or maybe because of childcare issues during this pandemic, Lauren.
So, Raphael, we've been told for years that businesses tend to not hire people who have those gaps in their resumes, but now there's actually evidence that the attitude is changing on that. So listen up. New findings from LinkedIn show about half of hiring managers say career breaks are becoming more common. Nearly the same amount of managers think people who have taken breaks in their careers are an untapped talent pool.
A lot of people say that you learn a lot of valuable soft skills like time management, excellent communication, being able to ruthlessly prioritize. So don't shy away from adding those things to your profile. They're valid, they're real, and then they're super valuable as you're looking for a new job.
LinkedIn officials say they're seeing more job postings in the U.S. that mention career breaks. In 2021, those postings were actually up 63% from 2020. They're up nearly 100% from 2018.
Indiana lawmakers say no to school sports for some young Hoosiers. Next on Good Morning Indiana, how a vote in the General Assembly will likely land the state in court. You're watching Good Morning Indiana. Stay with us. There are new details this morning in the death of a Miami County high school student. Her name is Hannah Cox. She attended Mechanical High School. Now court documents obtained by WRTV show an 18-year-old man is charged in connection with her death. Those documents show detectives say the man who told them that he thought the gun was unloaded when he pulled the trigger. The document goes on to say about 10 minutes before Cox was shot and killed, she and Jeremiah Smith were sitting in her car, FaceTiming with one of their mothers, laughing and joking around. Smith told detectives that Cox came to his house on February 24th to return his headphones. The probable cause affidavit says Smith got into Cox's car and was trying to fix a gun that he said wasn't working. Now, according to the affidavit, Smith said he removed the magazine and thought the gun was unloaded. But the affidavit also says when Smith pointed the gun at Cox, he said it didn't work and pulled the trigger. That's when Hannah Cox was hit. Prosecutors charged Smith on Monday with involuntary manslaughter, reckless homicide, and pointing a firearm. Cox's funeral will be held on Saturday at Field Church in Kokomo. The public visitation will run from noon until 3 p.m., followed by a service starting at 3 p.m.
The time now is 6:39, and covering the State House on this Wednesday, the next stop for a bill that would ban transgender girls from participating in K-12 girls sports is now on its way to the governor's desk. But after that, it will likely land in court. The ACLU of Indiana says it will sue if the governor signs House Bill 1041 into law. The bill passed the Senate on Tuesday. 32-18 was the vote, with 7 Republicans joining the 11 Democrats in opposition. A civil rights lawyer tells WRTV he does not think the bill, if signed by the governor, could survive a court challenge.
It's pretty clear to me that there's going to be a successful challenge, on the basis of it violating Title IX. I think also there's a pretty strong argument that it's going to violate the Equal Protection Clause of the U.S. Constitution.
More details on this. Last week, Governor Holcomb said that he believed that, quote, girls should play girl sports, end quote, but he also did not say whether he would sign or veto Bill 1041. If he does veto the bill, Republicans in the legislature could override it with a simple majority vote of both the House and the Senate.
In Ukraine now, Russia continues to launch strikes on key cities, including attacks on civilians and historical landmarks. An intelligence update from the UK says Russia has boosted air and artillery strikes and says Russian troops appear to have encircled at least 3 Ukrainian cities. Satellite images show a 40-mile-long Russian convoy of tanks and other vehicles continue to make slow progress towards Ukraine's capital city of Kyiv. And WRTV has been checking in with Ukrainians living right here in the Hoosier State, hearing stories about their efforts to remain in touch with their friends and family back at home.
It's an ongoing effort, and Alyssa Whitfield came to Indiana from Ukraine more than 2 decades ago, Lauren. Today, she owns Alyssa's Kitchen, and it's a staple in Columbus. Now, Whitfield says she's closely watching the crisis in her home country, and she says her family is safe, but it's hard to imagine what will happen next.
Back home, it's scary. Back home, I have a family. I have my daughter,
with her family. I have only one granddaughter who is she's 9-year-old, super scared. Don't let mom, go on any second without her. She just hold her and
Whitfield says her son lives in Kyiv, and so far he is safe. He's keeping in touch with her via text with regular updates.
It's a reconstruction project with more than a few bumps in the road. Check that out. A lot of bumps. Next, we'll have a live update on whether progress is being made in smoothing out this bumpy ride in Hancock County. But first, the man of the hour. Congratulations to our Todd Clausen. 12 years on the job. Dude, your posse loves you.
Thank you. Thank you. Time flies when you're having fun. So it's great to be here. And temperatures are going to be kind of like that video you saw there. The car up and down here. We're in the 60s today, only 40 tomorrow, then up into the 70s for part of the weekend. We'll break it all down for you coming up in your WRTV Storm Team Forecast.
It is 6:44. Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. We're monitoring a big slowdown here on the near east side of town. This is I-70 just west of Rural Street, Keystone Avenue. Drivers trying to head into the downtown area are coming to a halt. We're working to get all the details on what's going on here, but be aware of this as you travel on the east side for your commute. As you can see, things are not going too well in those right lanes. Well, over the past few weeks, we've been following a road closure out in Hancock County for drivers there. It's taking longer than expected to reopen. Our own Kelsey Anderson joins us from Live Drive this morning with an update from Mount Comfort. Kelsey, this is part of your normal commute. What do you have to tell us?
Hey, good morning, Lauren. So this road was supposed to be open in November, then it got pushed to December, then January, then February. So now they're telling us it's going to open in March. And Gary Poole tells me that Mount Comfort Road is going to open by the end of this week, which is good news for travelers in this area because the detour route is covered in potholes. We can take that video if we have it available because it looks like we're in that morning traffic this morning. But this road, 700 West, covered in potholes, and it's a dangerous situation to drive on. You have to go extremely slow in dodging those potholes. So we do know that Mount Comfort Road is supposed to open by the end of this week, but drivers still need to be aware because after that's open, they are going to start adding those roundabouts on Mount Comfort Road. 4 roundabouts going in at 400, 500, and then one at the airport entrance and one at the Walmart entrance. So those are going to happen, but Gary Poole says there will not be full closures. They will just be little detours, maybe one lane. You have to take it slow around those construction crews. But after that, they're going to repave 700 West here in the next few weeks. So everything should be smooth sailing for Hancock County residents, hopefully coming soon.
Kelsey, well, it's all about giving young people a safe space to be heard, and one man is doing just that with his Barbershop Talks. It's a 10-month initiative to help curb violence in the city of Indianapolis. The latest Barbershop Talk focused on the role of social media when it comes to gun violence. It's giving teens a chance to talk about the need to be intentional with what they say and do on social media, shifting the focus to positive change.
It really just gives kids who don't have the opportunity to really express themselves or feel hopeless a place to talk and feel like they have someone to talk to, because a lot of people don't have that, and that's what destroys kids.
You never know who could be watching, and so with that, you maybe got people who are envious, and you're posting your everyday life, and you're posting things about yourself, posting personal information, and that's what you give people leverage to attack you.
We have much more on these ongoing Barbershop Talks. Just look for this story on our website, WRTV.com. At 6:47, Tuesday was a very special day for 2 students at a Perry Township school.
So let's head down to the city's south side. After not seeing each other for years, an airman from the Air Force pulled off a big surprise at Abraham Lincoln Elementary School. You see, Austin Gallagher, who you see right there, has spent the last 4 years serving in Hawaii. That's the embrace you want to see. His brothers were enjoying some class time outside when Gallagher got to reunite with his family. Check out that hug. That's the good stuff. They FaceTimed before many times, but this, as you can see, was their first time with an in-person reunion.
They're everything to me. They're who I do this for. I couldn't do it without my little brothers. I get choked up a little bit about that, but it's true. If it wasn't for my brothers, I don't really know where I'd be. I don't know if I'd still be wearing the uniform to this day if I didn't have my little brothers looking up to me.
Mr. Gallagher, a lot of people look up to you. Gallagher has one more younger brother who also got a big surprise on Tuesday. Welcome back home, and thank you for your service.
Oh, I love that, especially the running part up to him, to give him a big hug. I know my cousin's in the Navy, and every time I get to see him, I give him a big hug.
Yeah, I love that story, especially a local one. We see those from all over the country, and that one was right there on the south side. All right, Todd, well, the kids were outside enjoying some time, away from the classroom, so I think today might be another good day to get out there.
Right, when I was in school, this was always the hardest days, or kind of the hardest days, right? Because it's warm out after the winter, you just want to get outside, you never want recess to end. And as we go forward throughout the day, it's going to be another day that you'll head out for recess, and maybe after school the kids could go to a park and play with the friends in the neighborhood, or maybe you just want to get out and exercise as well, because we're back into the 60s today with sunshine. We're briefly cooler tomorrow, and then we get to the weekend, which is going to be really warm. We're talking about temperatures in the 70s on Saturday, but it's going to turn pretty wet and pretty stormy across the area as a cold front heads in our direction. A beautiful sunrise now taking place. Yesterday morning we had the clouds, so it wasn't the best sunrise as far as visually appealing, but we were able to warm things up yesterday with temperatures that were all the way into the mid to upper 60s. Well, this morning, because we have the clear skies, it's a little bit colder, but our highs are going to end up in the same spot, and that's the good news. 36 in Indy right now, Shelbyville 35, Lafayette over into the Muncie area. Forgot to update the dog the last time I showed this, so this actually is Wrigley this time, and you can see Wrigley walking the streets of Frankfort up there in Clinton County. Thanks to Julie for sending Wrigley in. 30s this morning, and then temperatures quickly moderate throughout the morning to about 54 degrees by the time we get into the noon hour. We've had a few clouds drifting through. That'll be the case this morning, and then eventually we'll await this cold front off to our west, but that's not going to arrive until after sunset tonight. So highs today will be right around 60 here in a lot of northern locations, 61 in Lafayette, 60 in Muncie. As you slide to the south, though, temperatures start to moderate. 62 Noblesville, mid to upper 60s as you work your way from Martinsville to Brazil to Shelbyville, and then down towards Seymour in Bedford, where it's not out of the question you touch the 70-degree mark later on today. So just an absolutely beautiful Wednesday here in the middle of the week in central Indiana. So get out there and enjoy this evening. The cold front will come through probably around 9-10 o'clock, and after that temperatures will start to drop off. Now tomorrow's a much colder day behind the cold front. Lots of clouds around as well, with highs that'll struggle to get back to 40 degrees, but it's short-lived. It's just a one-day deal. That's the good news. Nice push of warm air comes in for the weekend, but then the cold front will come through, and that'll set the stage for a pretty wet period late Saturday night and then throughout the morning hours on Sunday, where many areas could see over an inch of rain. We'll have to see if we can avoid some severe weather as well, depending on the timing of that front, but plan on quite a bit of rainfall late Saturday into Sunday. Most of the daytime hours, while windy, Lauren, will be pretty dry for you to get out there and enjoy those 70-degree temperatures.
All right, Todd. Well, we do have an issue on the roads right now, slowing down traffic for drivers coming in from the east side of town. This is a look at the crash at the North Split. It's on the ramp system here from I-70 as you're moving westbound, heading into I-65 at the North Split downtown. So this is slowing down traffic all the way back past Rural Street and Keystone Avenue on the east side. So keep that in mind if you're an east side driver heading into the downtown area at this hour. It is stop and go. You can see they're blocking those center lanes, so give them plenty of space. We'll be back with your top stories on the other side of the break. Stick around. At 6:54, we have another traffic alert for drivers right now on the north side of town. We're monitoring this crash cleanup here. It's in the left lane and shoulder as you're traveling westbound on I-465 heading towards Keystone Avenue. You can see the sign for the exit only lane up there on your screen. We also have a stalled semi over there on the opposite shoulder. You see emergency crews are just arriving here on the scene. So this is starting to create a backup as you're heading past I-69, past Allisonville Road and heading towards Keystone Avenue. So give yourself that extra time. But here we do want to talk about your top stories on this Wednesday before you head out the door.
Let's get started. We head out to the city's southwest side, a home, a total loss after this overnight fire. This happened after around 1:30 this morning on Emmert Drive near Thompson and High School roads. No injuries were reported.
Two sisters are facing charges over a homicide on the city's northwest side. 25-year-old Sequoia Williams was found shot early Friday morning in a parking lot of a nightclub on Century Plaza Road. A 23-year-old woman now facing faces a murder charge in this case, and her 27-year-old sister is also charged with assisting a criminal.
At the State House, the Senate has passed a bill that could end the state's COVID-19 public health emergency. House Bill 1001 includes some of the measures Governor Holcomb asked lawmakers to approve in order for him to end the emergency order. But the bill would also ban some businesses from enforcing COVID-19 vaccine mandates, something Holcomb says he opposes.
The state Senate has also approved a bill that would ban transgender girls from participating in K-12 sports in Indiana. The governor has not said whether he will sign that bill into law. The ACLU of Indiana is promising a lawsuit if he does.
Today is Ash Wednesday, and if you observe the day, you can get your ashes to go if you can't make it out to a church service. Christ Church Cathedral in the Circle is distributing ashes at several locations this year. Your Mama Inez Mexican Bakery on West Washington Street, or outside of the State House on Ohio Street at the entrance from 8 to 9 a.m. They'll also be outside the City County Building on Market Street entrance from 9 to 10 a.m. and then on the lawn at Christ Church Cathedral on the Circle from 11 to 1. So great weather for anything happening outside like that today, Todd.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of sunshine. Just like yesterday in the afternoon hours, we'll be getting into the mid-60s, and our normal high is 46. So we're going to be about 20 degrees above normal once again this afternoon. Tomorrow's colder. We're back into the 40s with mostly cloudy skies, but it's just a brief cool down. Friday back into the low 50s. And then look at the weekend. Highs will be in the 70s. That high on Sunday is pretty early in the day, and then temperatures will start to fall off. But Saturday night into Sunday, potentially some heavy rainfall moving through, maybe some thunderstorms as well. Could see over an inch of rain, and then temperatures next week get back into more of the seasonable range in the 40s and 50s.
Beautiful sunrises across central Indiana. Stay with us throughout Good Morning America with news, weather, and traffic.
Don't forget, we have slowdowns heading into the downtown area from the east side for a crash cleanup at the North Split. I'll keep you updated on that throughout the morning.